Hi everyone, good evening. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I have to go and get my dressing gown because I'm absolutely freezing tonight. Right, just going to set up the iPad so I don't miss your comments. And then I'll get on to showing you what I am making tonight. That's it. Okay. Oh. Right, tonight we are making pinwheel bows. So I make these for lots of different things. I put, sometimes I'll put a character ribbon on top or a ribbon of the same colour and a clip or the bobble on the back, and they're really cute bows. But I've had some requests for some for the dance school that my daughter Ellie goes to. So I'm going to make a few of those. So if anyone's got any questions, want to let me know you're watching, just leave a comment. Got 4 viewers. Is anyone going to say hello? Hi everyone. Okay, so I need to do some pinks for the baby class. I need to do some blacks and some lilacs, which I don't have there, so I'll have to cut some ribbon for those. Okay. Hi Danielle, hope you're okay. I don't have an exact measure for these pinwheels. What I usually do is wrap it around my hand 3 times like that, and that will be the size of my bow, and then I'll just cut it there and then use that one to measure some more out. So has anyone got any questions tonight? Anyone watched my tutorials and want any advice on anything? Got any suggestions for new videos or what I should do on these live sessions? Give me a comment, let me know. Okay, that'll do for now. And heat silly ends. Would these be the same as the baby pinwheel bows? Yes, they are. Is that from the video with the Velcro baby bows, Danielle? obviously for a baby pinwheel, in fact I'll make one in a second, for a baby pinwheel you wouldn't use as much ribbon. And this is 1 inch wide ribbon. You could probably use a 7/8 inch. I think I've got some of that in my box, so I'll heat seal these and then we'll do that one first. The Baby Boutique is, I can do one of those tonight as well. I was going to do a proper video rather than a live for those, but I can do them. I'll do it on this video, and then I'll do a proper video at some point as well. So, let's see what we've got. I've got some 7/8 in here somewhere. That one's a 7/8. Use one of those. So these are my thinner ribbons. As you can see, that's a 1 inch ribbon. This is 7/8. So slightly smaller. So we'll do it with that. Make a blue one. Okay, so what I would do, rather than using the full width of my hand, which would obviously make a big pinwheel like this one. These are too big for the babies, I find. That's sort of the width of my hand. I would use a smaller part, so the fingertips maybe for a baby one. So I'd wrap it round. I'll measure it with a tape measure after. But I would sort of do it by sight. Measure it around my fingers like that to make a small one. So it's 7/8 of an inch, and then that just wrapped round is you have to excuse me, I'm full of cold at the minute. Right, it is about 14 inches long, whereas one of these bigger ones is we've got okay, so for a regular size one it is 19 inches, and for a baby one I'm using 14 inches of ribbon. Just seeing if I've actually got one of the pinwheels completed, big ones. I'll just grab one. Okay, so these are the big pinwheel bows that I make. Is that one? Unicorn one and a doo-doo one with the clips on the back. Obviously the baby ones, I think I put the Velcro on the back, or you can use really small alligator clips. So you need some thread. A needle. the only trouble with live video. I can't edit it to take out the bits that no one wants to see. Right. Okay. So I'd wrap this around my fingers again, and I start at the top of my finger, wrap it round and make it small enough so that it goes all the way to the end. I didn't heat seal that, but I'll do it in a sec. And then pull it off, holding it together. And when it's flat, it looks like that. I'll just heat seal that end. Okay, so make sure it's all even. And then I fold it in half, crease it, and then I sew along the crease. See if I can do it so you can actually see. So I've got my crease. I'm going to sew along there, just in and out, keeping the stitches fairly even so it doesn't even pull through. So it's stitched like that, and then we just pull it tight and wrap the thread around a couple of times, and then spread out the edges and tie it off. So you're left with a tiny one, and as you can see, compared to the bigger one, it's tiny. And then what I would do, you can either put a contrasting colour on top, or you can do it the same colour. I think I did it a mint, was it a mint or a pink one on the baby video? So what I would do is I'd lay the pinwheel flat, tie a knot in the end. Always tie a knot in the end of your thread. And then next time you use it, you won't pull it all the way through. So, lay the pinwheel flat on the table and measure the width of the pinwheel, and then fold it in half and cut it. And I want 2 of those. Heat seal them. The most complicated part of this bow is just making the pinwheel. Once you've got the hang of pinwheels, it's tedious when you have to make 30 of them in one go, but so I folded that in half to get the crease. Put some glue down the crease. Fold it into the middle. I don't know if you watched last night's video at all, where I made the pinch bows or tux bows, but that's basically what I've got to do. So I'll put a little dab in the middle, fold it, put a dab on that side, fold that over. Ooh. It doesn't help if you've got long nails. My nails are far too long at the minute. Tiny bit of glue. Don't need a lot of glue. So make a small pinch bow. We do that the same with the other one. glue it in the middle, stick the ends together. Careful not to burn yourself on the glue. That blisters I have on my fingers. Glue is hot. Okay, so we get our two pinch bows and we glue them together. A little bit of glue on that edge. And we push them together. To make a double bow like that. So that's just two pinch bows pushed together, and then we glue that on top of there. Tiny bit of glue, don't need too much. Don't actually think I've got any Velcro down here tonight, so I'm not going to do it as a Velcro bow. Don't know if I've got a baby bobble. I think my tin's upstairs with the baby bobbles in. Anyway, I've glued it on top of the pinwheel. That's how it should look. So your pinwheel's on the bottom, your pinch bows are glued together on the top. You could do this maybe white underneath, blue on top. All sorts of colour combinations, it looks really cute. You could put a bit of bling on the edges, but obviously for babies I don't recommend that. Don't you just hate it when you glue your fingers together, Danielle? And hot glue, and I've always got blisters on these fingers. I think it's a 45mm. It's too big for this. It just fits. So this is a 45mm alligator clip with the teeth on. No, I don't think I've got any fingerprints left either. I always say that. I'm surprised I've even got skin on this finger. Always got a big blister usually there. I've had a bit of a rest from gluing. I've been doing some sewing things rather than gluing. So I'm alright at the minute, but I need to trim my nails down. My nails are far too long at the minute for making bows. So now I'm going to glue this onto the bow. I don't line these clips. I've lined them before with the non-slip matte grip, and I don't have good feedback from it. So I just glue them straight on. People prefer, especially for finer hair, they prefer the alligator clips because the ones just fall straight through. So that's just glued onto the back, and then what I do is get the 3/8 inch ribbon to go on the middle. Might do it a bit glittery actually. Put some blue glitter on. Yeah, we'll do it that one. I'll do that one. So I've got some of this. How did you catch me tonight, Kerry? Is there anything in particular you want to see me making? Danielle asked for the baby pinwheel bows, which is what I've just been making. If you want to see me making anything in particular, just let me know. And if I've got the stuff down here tonight, I will. I'll try and make it. Not even explain what I'm doing. Right, so what I've done is open the clip, put a dab of glue inside the clip and stuck the 3/8 inch ribbon in there, and then wrap it round and long enough to go back inside the clip and cut it off. Heat sealed the end, and now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there, and it's going to go under the clip. There we go. Baby pinwheel. I'll make a baby boutique now. That was the big one. I'll do it with the blue, just because I've got it unravelled. And I can use the band to tie on there. Perfect, right. So, baby boutique. Now I make these by sight, so I don't know measurements, so I'm going to do it and then measure for you to show you lengths. Now I suppose if I want it 2 inches big, that baby pinwheel is 2.5 inches wide, by the way. Just can't get the JoJo bow to go right. I'll do another JoJo bow tonight. I've got loads to make, so I'll do another one. Don't know if... Oh, you said you missed it. Did you miss it last night? It took me ages to get started on 2 JoJos. It really did. Even I don't get it right first time. It is quite hard. So, 2 inches, I would say 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd probably do 9 or 10 inches long. Let's see. I'll make a little one. We'll see how much we need. So this is the 7/8 inch ribbon again to make the baby one. So this is the same as a JoJo, but obviously it's tiny. They're not actually called JoJo bows, by the way, they're boutique bows. I've been making them way before JoJo came on the TV. Okay, so I think that's about enough. Not enough for an end. So I'm going to do it there. So I'll measure that. Is that enough to make another? No. Right, so this piece I've just cut is I said 10 inches, but it's not. 16 inches. So I'm rubbish with how much it needs because I just do it by sight usually. So 16 inches of 7/8 inch ribbon. And I don't know if you saw there, one end is cut at an angle. You see that? One end's straight, one end's at an angle. The straight end is what we're going to fold first into the ribbon, into the bow. So you probably want to do all the, fold it in half, make a crease, fold it in half again with a little bit hanging over, crease it all. I'm not going to do that. I find it easier just to do it by sight. So I'll make my first loop, make my second loop, I go under and make my third loop. You can see I've not got enough ribbon. The JoJo print ribbon. Yeah, I'll make some with that tonight. I've got some left, I think. Got to make some. Used to making these big 8-inch ones. Very fiddly making the little ones. Do you know, I had someone the other day testing me. How do you make this? How do you make that? Can you make one now? Just to prove that I do actually make these bows myself. Made me laugh. I made one in front of them. And they're just like, oh, right, okay. I believe you. Don't buy them from China here. Make them all. Right. So basically, I would suggest making these boutique bows in a 5-inch ribbon size, 5-inch bow size, sorry. Do have a tutorial up for that. That is how I started making mine. I made hundreds and hundreds of them. That's how I got the hang of doing the loops and the folds for the JoJo bows, and then moved on to the 3-inch wide ribbon to get the hang of it. So if you are really struggling with the 3-inch ribbon, I suggest getting I think it's a 2-inch wide ribbon, or even 1.5 inch. You could do it with either, and making the smaller boutique bows first. Once you've got the hang of doing the folds and the concertina folds and the loops, then start making the JoJos, and it'll be easier. Don't start making the tiny ones first because they're really fiddly. So it's just a little boutique bow. That's all it is. And then I would wrap some blue around the middle, and then usually put a piece of Velcro on. And what you could do as well, I think I did it on the other one, I got a little tiny rhinestone and I put it on the corner like the JoJo has a logo. Put some blue gems, I'll do that now. Be sweet. That's just a little rhinestone. I'm going to put it on the corner. There we go. We've got a little signature rhinestone. So I'll finish it off. I'll put some blue around the middle. And I'll put a clip on there again. Put a clip on first. So I'll get the rhinestone to the bottom and then flip it over and put the clip on. So the clip, I don't know why I do it facing that way. Probably because my daughter has her hair bows in that side mainly. If I'm making these for orders, I do ask which side of the hair these are going to go in, because that will depend on which way you put the clip on the back. Always good to ask your customer. If your bows are going to be reversible like these ones are, I put the, Josephina's back. Hi, Josephina. So I put the, when I make the pinch bows for these, I put one upside down so they can be worn in any side of the hair. And there's the JoJo one. So she's upside down on one side, if you can see that. And then one side of it is always the right way around then. It doesn't matter which side you put it in. But if you're doing this kind of bow and they want the thing to the bottom, you need to ask which side they want the clip in. I'll probably sell these as a little set actually. See, I make these to show people and then I think, oh, I should make loads of them, and then it gets really tedious making loads of them. So just glued under the clip, put the clip down, and I'm going to wrap that round. Now this sometimes changes the shape of the bow as well. putting the middle on. So we'll glue the middle on and then we'll look at the shape of the bow and make sure it's how we want it. That's it, perfect. There we go. And the little baby boutique and the little pinwheel. I will do a full video with you know, a proper tutorial video like my other ones on how to do these, so you don't have to keep watching the live feed. There you go. Hope that helped, Danielle. Do let me know. Comment on the Velcro baby bow video. Comment on there if you have a go and you've managed to make them. Let me know. Be nice to know if it's helped you at all. So that's those done. So Kerry, what other bows are becoming more popular? Actually, I haven't got any of the material left, so I can't show you how to make them, but the most popular bows on my page at the minute are reversible sequin bows. And this fabric is the worst fabric in the world to work with. It's not, it comes on a roll of fabric. It's not a sheet that you get like usually. I've got these ones today. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of a transparent jelly fabric. I get these sheets to make the fabric bows. So I got purple jelly, and I got, that is meant to be a navy. It looks grey, doesn't it? It's meant to be navy. I'm not happy with that one at all. Velvet. Can't make navy school bows with a grey velvet. And then I got pink, and I got a red for Valentine's Day. But yeah, usually you can get this sequin fabric in sheets like this. And when you cut it out for the shape of the bow using the bow templates, I use these templates. I haven't got a machine. I draw around the templates and then cut the shape out by hand. And if you get the sheets of this fabric and make them like that, the sequins come off the edges and it frays on the edges. And then it looks like it's kind of balled on the edge of the bow. So this is actual sequin fabric. I don't know if you can see my my pillowcase here, my colour changing pillowcase, because I absolutely love mermaids. So this is my mermaid pillowcase. But this fabric that this is, I know that I bought this pillowcase, but it's velvet on one side, sequin fabric on the other. My daughter likes to leave me messages written in there. That's what fabric that is. And I might do a tutorial on it one day. I've got to buy some more of the fabric, but this one's pink, and then you can change it to green. I love playing with these bows, they're gorgeous. And then this one's red, and it changes to silver. And I've also got some, where are they? Not got them in it. I've got some royal blue that changes to gold, and some hot pink that changes to silver as well. But these are the most popular bows at the minute. I made 10 and I've sold 6 of them. I made 10 to sell and put them on my page today, and I have 4 left, and they've only been on there a couple of hours. And I need to look for some more colours of this fabric, but it's really expensive and I have to buy it by the metre. But it's kind of it's folded, so the sequins are inside there. I get the fabric from my supplier in China. It's not from a UK page. I have to buy it in China by the meter because it's cheaper. It's really expensive in the UK, so I have to buy it in China. So I only got 4. I bought a meter of 4 different colours. Wasted some trying to get the hang of it, and all the sequins fell off, and then finally got the hang of it. And they're quite big because you can't make them too small, otherwise the fabric, it doesn't fold right and you can't colour change it. But yeah, these are the most popular at the moment. People are always looking for new things. I think JoJo bows, everyone's got them now. I mean, I bring out new ribbon and people do still want them, but they're not as popular as they were. Anything LOL surprise is very popular still, so the JoJo bows. I've got some fabric printed. I've also designed some more ribbon. I actually designed this ribbon. If you've seen this ribbon on lots of other LOL bows, I designed this ribbon, and then I let the website, the Chinese website that I used to design it, I let them use my design to sell, and then I get money back when people buy it. So I think I've made about $20 store credit so far from selling this design, and I've seen loads of people with this ribbon, and I just smile because I think, well, I actually designed it and asked them. I chose the dolls that are on there. There's another one as well. I think this is Wave 1 dolls, Season 1 dolls, and then I did one with Season 2 dolls. Don't know if I've got any of it. Can't remember where I put it. And I designed this JoJo ribbon as well. If you see anyone with this JoJo ribbon, I designed it. There's one. That's one of the rolls I designed, and this is the other one. So I had lots of people wanting looks. So I designed this ribbon. So if you see anyone using it, I designed it. And then I sold the rights. Or I let you, when you design ribbon on the website that I get it from, I think it's DIYribbon.com. Yeah, DIYribbon.com. I designed the ribbon. You can either keep the design exclusive, so they will only print it for you, or you, and I think it's more expensive to buy, or you can let them sell it on the website and you get store credit every time someone buys it. It depends how many meters they buy, or yards, I can't remember what they sell it in. I get them in a 50-yard roll. But yeah, I think I've got about $20 credit so far to use, which is good for doing nothing. So, JoJo bows. Which one shall we do? Birthday unicorns? Watercolour? JoJo? Leopard print? Which one shall we do? Unicorn. Okay. Ooh, it's the last one. I would have said JoJo as well, but I've got 5 of these that I made last night. I'm getting bored of doing JoJo. Let's do a unicorn one. Right, so make sure you've got some thread tied off at the end. Now last night I said 46 inches of this. Let me just double check, so I can't remember if it was 42 or 46. Probably 46, that number's in my mind. So again, I get a lot of my ribbon from 46 it is. So I get a lot of my ribbon from China. I will design it myself where I can, so I have exclusive designs. Or I can buy the popular ones that are on there. I also use a couple of websites in the UK. If I don't want to buy like a 50-metre roll of ribbon, I just want like 2 or 3, maybe 5 or 10 even. I use a website called Gembolinas. Do you know Gembolinas? She's on Facebook and also has a web page. I get a lot of ribbon from her. I also use one called Clippity Bits. They do some nice ribbons. I think that's mainly it for the 3-inch ribbon. So Gembolinas. Haven't heard of her, check her out. Gembolinas. She's got I'll try and edit the comment at the comments after the description of the video. I'll try and edit it and I'll pop her website in there. I think it's just Gembolinas, GEMBOLINAS .co.uk I think it is, or you can have a look on Facebook for her. So it's Gembolinas, or there is Clippity Bits. If you Google them, you'll find them. They've got web pages. They do some really good stuff. But if I want to buy in bulk, I do go to China and buy from China because it's cheaper. I think like a 50-yard roll is maybe 25, 30 pound. Whereas in the UK it's like £1 or just over £1 a metre. So if you only want a couple of metres, I'll buy it from UK. But if I want to use lots, I'll get it from China. And DIYribbon.com is a good website. You've got to be patient though, because obviously time differences. They don't always answer back straight away, but they are really good. So check them out. But that's more if you want to buy in bulk. If you only want it personal reasons or not going to make much, you might as well buy it from UK. I think I have linked Gembolinas in a couple of my in my other Southern Bow videos. I'm sure I've put a link to a page in there if you want to look in the descriptions of the videos. I'll find the link. Right, I've just done that without even explaining what I've done. Let me see if that's a decent bow. If it's a decent bow, I'm going to tie it up and make a new one. If it doesn't look good, I'll undo it and talk you through what I did. I'm just so used to making them. I've just made it. Right, that one's wrong, so I'll take it apart. Right. How do I store all my ribbon? I have these boxes. I can't remember what they're called. Really Useful Box. I think it's called Really Useful Box. Yeah, Really Useful Box. So I've got these boxes like this. Got it written on there what's in there. And in my craft room, I just have them all stacked up like that. And then they've got them written on them what's in each box. No particular colour per box, but I've got 2 boxes full of 3/8 inch ribbon. And this one's got 1 inch ribbon in it. I've got another one with 2 and 3 inch ribbon. The big rolls I just keep in a bag and they just get put on the side. Don't know what baby Annabelle's dummy's doing there. No doubt she'll have lost that somewhere. But yeah, most of them fit in the boxes. I try not to keep too much ribbon. Use what I've got. Right, so we're going to make this JoJo. So I've got 4 to 6 inches of ribbon. Cut the ends at angles. Fold it in half and crease. fold it, leaving a little bit on the end. That's to make the tail bit where the gem sticks. And then fold that bit over as well. I would love to buy your bows. Can you make shipments for Chile? I don't know, Josephina. I'll have to look into it and let you know. I'll have a look into it for my next video and I'll let you know. Might be too expensive. Okay, so we find our first crease and we find our second crease and we twist it over so it's across, actually across the ribbon. Then we find the next crease and we put that over there too. So we've got 2 loops crossed over. We try and make them look like they are about the right size, the same size. Then we find our next crease and we put it, so I'm holding the 2 creases there. We put it in between the bottom piece of ribbon and the bits that are folded over. And we pinch it with our thumb that we're holding it all together with. Hold it tight, make them look like the same the same size, and then the last one folds over the top, leaving a little tail sticking out. Well, that bit that's sticking out is in line with this loop, and we're left with, it's a bit hard to show you while it's up in there, more like that with the 4 loops. And make it look like they're all the right size. They should be if you folded them over right, but sometimes they shift while you're holding them. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes and then I'm going to go and catch up on my soaps. I've not watched Coronation Street or Hollyoaks tonight because I've been at my daughter's dancing. Until about, I think we got home at about 8 o'clock. Mess with it too much now. Right, there we go. They look right. Okay, so now we're going to do the fold. So I push it up in the middle so it's folded in half. But where my thumb is, I don't know if you do it, the concertina fold. So it's up and down. Obviously I can't really show you in detail on this video, but as you know, I've got tutorials on how to do it, and now I've lost my pin. Worst nightmare ever. I've lost my pin and my needle and thread. I'm going to stand on that somewhere. Alright, it's on me, look. There we go. Should have my pin cushion out really, but I haven't. So as I'm pinching it really tight so it doesn't fall apart, I can pump the loops up. And that looks quite even. So now I'm going to tie it. Now I sew it through the middle, which means it's pretty much secure and none of the loops are, they're not going to move once it's sewn together. But maybe a handy tip if you're just starting out is don't thread the needle through the middle, just wrap it round the bow, and then at least you can pull all the loops if once you're done, if it's not the way you want it to be. You can pull all the loops. And straighten them out maybe. Are we still going? Can you see me? I've got 10 minutes left. I don't know if the iPad is about to die or if it's glitching. trying. Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, I've been doing it for 6 years, Kerry. There's not much I can do. Keep watching the video. Keep pausing it. I don't use any starch spray on the bows. This ribbon is thick enough not to, I mean, it's not really floppy. It's in place. I mean, that one looks floppy, but it keeps its shape. I think it's the way I fold them. I've seen a lot of people say to spray it with starch spray or hairspray, but thing is, when I use hairspray, I have done it in the past. When I first started making them, someone told me to stiffen the ribbon using hairspray. So I did. I made, I think it was this colour purple bow for my daughter. And I sprayed the ribbon, laid it out, and sprayed it all the way along with hairspray. But on the patches where I'd sprayed more than others, it went really stiff when it dried, and there were kind of softer bits and stiffer bits, and it didn't really go right. It didn't feel right to me. I just find that thing is with these bows, if you don't starch them, you can have it plump like that, so it's a plump bow, if that's how you prefer it. You see how it's plump, all the corners are up? That's how I like bows. It looks quite square. That's how I like bows to look in hair. Now JoJo bows are, you pull the corners out, JoJo bows are kind of flat like this. And I see people come up to my stall when I have my craft stalls, market stalls, and they will pull them like that, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's a big bow, I like that. And they'll buy it and they'll put it in the hair, and I cringe because I'm like, oh no, that's not how, but that's how JoJo bows are. They're quite flat. So I find if I don't starch spray the bows, it's up to you how you wear them. You can either pull them flat like the JoJo bow, or you can wear them plumper, how I prefer them. So I don't know, it's personal preference. If you want to starch them, I just don't. I don't think it needs it. So there's a unicorn bow. I'm not gonna. Shall I finish it off? Yeah, I will. Only because it is my birthday on Saturday, and I might wear this bow. I prefer the plump look too. I think they'll look a lot neater. So I've got another alligator clip. I'm just asking because this one's, I've got the iPad here. And it's stuck on me making that bit. Can everyone still see what I'm doing? Am I still going? Is it just my iPad that's frozen? Okay, I'll keep going then. The comments are coming up, it's just the video that stopped, but the iPad is on 5%. So it's a 65mm alligator clip. I've just put a bit of glue on it. I'm going to put that on the back there. You can use 75mm. I find them a little bit too big, so I use the 65mm ones. Glue that to the back of the ribbon. And if I'm going to wear this bow, I want some sparkle. I'm going to use the pink sparkle. So I've got the pink sparkly. My mum sends you greetings also, loves your videos. Hi, Josephina's mum. Hello. Thank you for watching my videos. It really does mean a lot. If I can help people, I really love that. A bit of glue inside the clip while I'm holding it open. Good thing is as well, when you close the clip, when you've glued it in, it holds it in place for you. I'm only going to do another 5 minutes, guys. It's been a great help. Best tutorials I've... Oh, thanks. See, the thing is, I watched a lot of tutorials when I first started making hair bows. And To be honest, it was 6-7 years ago and there wasn't really much on YouTube. There was a lot of American ladies using American terms, quoting shops that we don't have in the UK. And I struggled to find things. I struggled with the terminology. I just struggled with it. So when a lady asked me if I could make a JoJo bow, could I show her how to make a JoJo bow, I thought, you know what, why not? I'm going to go on there, I'm going to try and help people make them, because it's not taking business away from me. If you make bows, you make bows. I'm not going to lose a sale. Do I do any other crafts? I do loads of things. Loads and loads and loads of things. I've just finished that off there. I may do a live video on Saturday of me wearing this bow. Depends how big it is. Might have to do a pinch bow. Yeah, so last night I made showed people some of the dream catchers. Did you see the dream catchers that I make? Let me just unplug the charger out of my phone. Oh, that fell over last night when I did that. Plug that into the iPad so I can keep going. That's it. I'll show you the unicorn dream catchers. Oh, not got much room to get through there. Right. My mum and I send you love. Oh, thank you. So these are the dream catchers I've been making. So it does include ribbon, but they are made from MDF, and then I paint them, add glitter to them, and then put all the ribbon and sparkles on them. This one is actually a bow holder. So it's just got the long ribbons on it. And then some others in lots of different colours. Ooh. So there's one thing that I've been doing. I tried to stick to bows just now because when I first started doing crafts, I actually started making tutus. Made a tutu dress for my daughter. I'll lift this up so you can see me a bit more. Stop doing the crafts now. So I did tutu dresses and tutus, vests with their names, or princess, or mummy's princess, mummy's little princess. I started doing it with those on, with the tulle, and making the tutu skirts and dresses like the big ones that you see people making. I started off making those, and then I had a go at sewing and tried to do skirts and dresses, but it took up too much time, was so expensive, and people didn't want to pay the prices it would have cost, so I scrapped that. And then my daughter needed hair bows, so I started making the hair bows. I used to do a lot of the wooden plaques with the Disney font, with the names, the wooden, I haven't got any to show you, like the wooden standing up names in Disney font. Painted lots of different colours. I made loads of those. I used to do like wooden hearts with initials in it for wedding favours, and like what you put on the top table where it says Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I used to paint all those, but that was alright until my daughter, while she was a baby, but when she became a toddler, I didn't have enough time to be painting them all the time, so I just stuck with the tutus and the bows. But then eventually the tutus were taking so much time and I needed so much stuff, so I thought, right, I'm gonna have to just stick to one craft. I do the wooden dream catchers and things like that because it doesn't take 2 minutes to paint those. So, and it's still using all the ribbon. I don't need any extra material, it's just ribbon I'd use anyway. So these are so cute. Bet my daughter pinches them for a Baby Alive doll. She plays all the time with this doll. Oh, I hate the glue gun. Glue sticks are so long. So this is Lily, the Baby Alive doll. My daughter absolutely adores her, plays with her constantly. I think she'll be getting these. Ooh. She did have a plait that went across her head. But we like hair down, so we can do it. She's been learning plaits. There we go, show you how small they are. How cute is that? Put it the wrong side of her head. Small enough for a Baby Alive. Perfect. So yeah, I used to do wooden crafts, tutus, but just stuck with the bows. I can sit while I'm watching TV and just make them. I find it so easy to do. Quite therapeutic actually. Quite strange. But yeah, any more questions before I go? I think I've been on just over an hour now. I can do another question and answer or crafting night again this week. Maybe tomorrow. Cute. Thank you so much for the video. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for watching, Danielle and Kerry and Josephina and everyone else who has been watching. I think everyone else has gone. I think it's me on the iPad, Josephina and Danielle. Thanks for watching right to the end. I will do another one. Maybe just show you how to make the sequin bows. Thank you, Kerry. See you next time, guys. Remember, let me know if you have managed to make any of them bows. Just comment on one of the videos and I'll recognise your name and I'll comment back. Try to answer all my comments. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time, hopefully, guys. Bye.